Hey guys, so I'm going to kind of cover a little bit about walking with confidence when you dress in an alternative manner. This is kind of something that I just decided to make because there's been a lot of situations recently that kind of brought up this thinking, and I kind of realized just one day that, I do have the guts to walk out and dress the way I do, and there's a reason for it. First off, be you. Don't try to be somebody else. It's never going to put you in a situation that you're going to be happy with. Nothing like that is ever worth the effort. If you are masking yourself in any way, censoring yourself, filtering yourself, just pretending to be someone else, any of that, none of it works. Don't do it. It'll save you a lot of heartache and pain, honestly. Me personally, my confidence didn't develop until I was able to kind of branch out from my hometown and meet more people who had things in common with me, because growing up I was pretty much on my own with that, and I didn't have that many things in common with my friends. Obviously, they're great friends, but my interests were kind of like beyond theirs in some ways that they could never really relate to or understand. And as I kind of aged and I was able to teach myself to tone others out, it really helped me advance with my self-esteem and my personal image of myself and who I want to be. And it kind of just happened over time, but there was obviously plenty of points where I didn't think I was going to be able to express myself the way I want to. And luckily I am in an art school, an art environment, and plan to be in the art world for my whole career, and I think that really helps with putting me in an environment with open-minded individuals. But as far as like harassment goes, I know words can hurt. They really can. They can be the most painful thing, especially if you let them get to you to the point where they're constantly circling in your mind and coming back to bite you in the ass. My advice is to push it out. Don't let those words have the strength to overpower you and bring you down, because they may hurt, but they are only words, and your thoughts are way more powerful than what anybody else can say to you. Your mind has so much strength, and that is what can keep you going if you are unsure of what to do or unsure of what to say or how to approach something. Your mind is the best tool to block all of that out and to train yourself to think in a positive manner, to where you can look in the mirror and say, I love the way I look. I don't care if somebody else doesn't like the way I look. I'm gonna go out and do my thing, whether it bothers someone or not, because you can only be you, and you should be proud of being you. If you are not proud of being you, change something. Things don't just happen. You have to make them. Change yourself. If you're not happy with who you are, there's just steps you have to take to think differently. And it's hard. It takes a lot of time, but it's worth it, because being able to walk out on the road and dress the way you want is very empowering. At least for me it is. And it makes me feel good about myself and give me, a reason to actually not be in my PJs all day, I guess. Like, it just helps. It really does. There's always that one person, who makes a comment or gives you a weird look, but I've learned to kind of make a game out of it. I find it hilarious that people react the way they do, and it just kind of proves how ignorant people are. And the way I kind of approach the ignorance is if they are ignorant enough to not know something, but they don't make an effort to learn, chances are I wouldn't want to be their friend anyway. Chances are I wouldn't want to know them, because they're not willing to accept me for who I display myself as. And if somebody's ignorant but asks questions, I am 100% willing to make the effort to get them to understand and get to know me, because if you don't let them in, how are they ever going to learn? How are they ever going to know that you're just another normal person? I mean, I know plenty of people who think that like, by me dressing differently, I do all these different things that normal people per se don't do, and in reality, I'm just another student. I'm just another art kid. I'm just another young adult trying to figure out where I fit. And when you let people know that, it allows them to see you for who you are behind all of the makeup or spikes or whatever, and those people end up becoming, you know, more educated next time for when they do come across somebody else. And I think the world just needs to be more educated on that, and I want to be one of those people who break those norms and challenge people to do that. And, you know, sometimes it makes me a little worried about humanity, but other times it really does surprise me that people are and can be open-minded about things. It just kind of works as a filter, and it's not like I'm trying to scare people away or anything, but it really does. It works as a filter, and I'm fine with that. It has its pros and cons, but I use it to my advantage, and it helps me. And not only does it help me, but it helps others who are willing to, you know, get to know me. And by having those people come into my life who are willing to do that has given me confidence on its own, because it shows me that there are people out there who are like me or who do appreciate what I do, and that's a lot of strength as an artist. So I admire that when people actually do go through with stuff like that. And it makes me very happy to know that I'm not the only one. When I don't have anybody else, I personally bury myself in my artwork. If I can't get something out of my head or express myself, like aesthetically, I put it into my artwork, because that's just always been my form of therapy, not just my career. And I kind of try to carry the same confidence I do with my work as I do with my appearance, because it's all part of my creative process and helps me cope. It helps me have a purpose. It helps me find balance within my own mind, and ultimately it's why I wake up every day. So all of it is more than just, you know, eyeliner or lipstick. It's more than just paint on a canvas to me. And having that purpose and knowing what direction I want to go in, and knowing that I can do that, which is all going back to your thought process. If you can train your mind to think like that, to know you can do something, you will do it. You will find a way to do it. So, I don't know if this was very helpful. I feel like it was kind of a little ranty. I'm sorry if it was, but I just thought it was necessary to kind of talk about having confidence with your appearance, because it's important to love who you are and love who you see in the mirror every day. If you can't love yourself, how can you show love to anybody else or dedicate yourself to something when you're not happy? It's very difficult. So I just hope this, you know, helps somebody, and hope that I wasn't too rambly. But yeah, I mean, just be proud of who you are. Don't worry about what others think. You'll find somewhere that you belong. I promise you. Have a good day, guys. Bye.